Hi, it's a wonderful day again. We want to have a soul-to-soul session again with this wonderful friend here, JSK, Janet Surum Kiplagat, counselor, psychologist, and we just want to talk about one of the soul issues that it is there, but people tend to talk in low tones and murmur about it, and people who have it again are feeling like they're trapped, and then they feel like people are not understanding them. Today we want to introduce a wonderful topic that touches our soul or erodes our soul or eats our soul. It's called jealousy. So karibu Janet, just
Thank you.
let us know, what do you understand by jealousy?
First of all, it's always an enjoyable session to be with you.
Thank you.
In this soul to soul insights.
Mhm.
Yeah, so jealousy. You know, it's something that is in the society, but we don't talk about.
Yeah, how do you explain or define it?
I would say anger or frustration, and more frustration than anger towards what another person has, what they have achieved, people who like them, the following that they have, the strides that they are making, their children are making, or even just the strides in life. You are angry and you are frustrated. You are frustrated. Why? Because there's nothing you can do.
And there is nothing you can change about it.
You can't.
And maybe another thing, it's the ill feeling towards, the negative feeling towards somebody. It's also called jealousy.
Yeah, it's a negative feeling.
It's a negative feeling. When I look at you and I'm seeing your eyes are nice, I'm like, her eyes are very bad.
Anaringa nini na hata akona macho mzuri lakini hajui kuvaa.
Vitu kaa hizo.
Yeah.
Ama macho yake tu ni mbaya. Ama anadhania peke yake ndio na macho mzuri. Vitu kaa hizo.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I want us to discuss what are the source of jealousy. Where does it come from? Because I've realized watu hupenda kusema ule mtu ana wivu. Fulani ana wivu. But you know, this is something we talk in undertones. Maybe when we are close friends or behind closed doors, when we're in family meetings, you discover watu wanasema so and so ako na wivu. But this wivu is not tangible. Like, where is the source of, where does jealousy come from?
I've studied jealousy over time, and people
I know
who
this
are
is
jealous.
your area.
Yeah. I've discovered two things. People who are jealous have a low self-esteem. You know, they always have a feeling of inadequacy. I'm inadequate by myself, but I don't acknowledge that I'm inadequate. People who are jealous have low self-awareness. You see, I'm not supposed to be jealous about you because I understand I have my strengths, which may be your weaknesses. You see, and vice versa. So there are two main things: low self-esteem and low self-awareness.
So
not even low, a lack of self-awareness.
So the source of jealousy is low self-esteem and lack of awareness.
Yes.
And you know, these people who are jealousy, many a times society treats them as evil people because they do evil things, or they say evil words, or conduct evil actions. So how do we now come to the level of a soul and discuss the source? How do you address somebody with jealousy?
You see, you've said that the society wanaona mtu mwenye ako jealous as being an evil person. You know why? Because it does not show in the face. Sometimes even your closest person, your closest friend can be the one who's stabbing you because of jealousy. So that is the saddest thing about the jealousy, Now, you asked me something else.
Now society judges them and they are evil, but when you look at the counseling point, it is low self-esteem and lack of self-awareness. Maybe this person does not know the strength he or she has. And then what causes low self-esteem?
Okay, the causes of low self-esteem vary from how we grew up, as in the environment with which we grew up in, the kind of words you had when you were young, growing up to opinions of others, especially people who concentrate on the opinions of others. Also, we have grown up to be yani kutaka compare. You see, what are my children doing versus this one? Which schools are they attending versus this one? Today, how is she dressing? And you know, it's common among women, more women than men. So The sources of jealousy stem from our environment, nothing else.
Okay.
Actually, no one is born jealous.
So it's more of a nurture problem.
It's a nurture problem.
It's not a nature
It's
problem.
not a nature problem.
Okay.
It's a nurture problem.
Okay.
How we grew up. You see, the environment that we grow up in gives us our inadequacies. Someone will tell you something, you know, for example, and I know this is common, even among children. Some children dislike other children because of their skin color. You see? So the child, for example, who feels that their skin color is not favored, they grow jealous.
Like black and
brown. Yeah. Or black and light skin. So the one who's dark skin may grow jealous.
And the funny thing, we are all black.
Yeah,
it's
we are
only
all
the
black.
shade of the skin.
It's only the shade of the skin. But you also know light people have been cultured to feel that they are more powerful. I know you are light skin, but
no,
yeah,
I appreciate skin color, but I think that is one thing that has made women become jealous, because what happens, it's when you're light skin, you're easily spotted. And I think the media took up and brought light-skinned people on advertisements, and everything was like this. But I appreciate now somebody has begun with melanin, and it's paying off well.
It's paying off well, but it's a slow process. And you know why someone with a dark skin would feel jealous about? Why I would feel jealous about you is because I have lack of self-awareness.
Okay.
If I know that I'm Janet,
and you're beautiful,
and I'm beautiful, and not beautiful because I want to encourage myself,
but you're beautiful because I am. Yeah,
yes.
it's actually a very beautiful. Let me tell you. So, very beautiful.
So you've just made me shy off.
No, you're beautiful.
Okay, I know I'm beautiful, but it's not as a motivation. You get?
No, it's not a motivation.
No, I'm talking about people who become jealous. They take in those motivations, but me, I'm telling you, you take in I'm beautiful for a fact, not because I'm beautiful by a certain criteria, but by my own standard. Yes.
And you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
And beauty changes. It changes. It is not something that is cast by stone or constant.
Yeah.
So let me ask you as a counselor, you've talked about nurture. This question in my mind, is it a mental problem?
Actually, jealousy starts off as a negative emotion. A negative emotion which becomes a trait. If you don't deal with it now, it may result to a mental illness. Why? Because it is something that has an emotion that creates negativity within you over time. So you might have a personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, because one of the characteristics is low self-esteem. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the characteristics of people with the borderline is low self-esteem. So if you do not nurture yourself, into appreciating who you are, nurture your children, nurture your friends, then it grows to a mental illness.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it can
By the
grow.
way, all these mental illnesses grow from negative traits.
And since it's a nurture problem, you can nurture it into a mental illness.
Yes.
You can brood over
it, until it
water
becomes a part
it,
of
you. It,
yes.
accept it. And you know, sometimes
ruminate.
People feel like this is me.
I'm just born like that. No one is born to be jealous. But the good news is, even jealous people can change.
Wow.
And that's why I always say we must speak about jealousy. Because you can never rise above the person you're jealous about.
How can they change?
By accepting first.
Accepting what?
That they are jealous.
Will you think they'll accept?
Oh my God. We need such people like you and I to pinpoint and tell a person, call it by its name, that you are jealous.
And suppose they refuse, they say no.
They may refuse, but at their own time they will recollect.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You see, the moment you just see someone doing something nice, someone has a very nice voice, and you feel akauchungu, you know?
We used to call it kiwaru.
Kiwaru. Yeah, that thing that really...
When you were young. That thing like a potato.
Like
here.
a potato
a
that
hot
chokes
potato,
you. That chokes you here. Then you know that you are jealous.
Okay.
And then again, every time you ask yourself, why them, why not me? I should have been there. That is a jealous.
I should be the one.
I should be the one, not them.
I should be the one in that gown. I should be the
Ah.
one talking. Okay.
How can they even get that job? I should have been the one.
And you know, again, another thing I can say, maybe ask, is despising people jealousy? Because there are these people who are just okay and you feel like this person does not deserve this position. I should have been the one. Or you hear so and so has passed and you're like, hey, who you? Can it be jealousy?
Actually, it's not jealousy. Now, those are just people who have they just despise. It is not jealousy. It's not anything to do with jealousy. You know, we have people who have a bloated self-esteem.
Okay.
The ones who despise people and just trash people's achievements. There are two things. Either a bloated self-esteem. You know, there are people with so much ego that they can't see any good in any other person. So those are bloated self-esteem. Or it is a defense mechanism against their insecurities, which may be jealousy again.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Let me ask you, what are some of the signs we can see and say now this is jealousy?
When someone never sees anything good in you. No matter how much, as in everyone is appreciating you. Everyone is clapping.
But this person is quiet.
Is quiet. And you see the way we always told that look at the person who's not clapping. It's very true. If you can't just raise your hand to clap about something, let us not feign that you are absent-minded or something. It is jealousy. Again, I've said people who always speak negatively about others, you know, it is also a trait of jealousy in form of a defense mechanism. People who avoid people's, you know, you may be a close person and then you avoid my big day.
Like a birthday, a wedding,
you know, a graduation, a major graduation.
Actually, last year I noticed that. I didn't know when somebody's big day was there, everybody was excited except a few.
Yes.
And then this person kept on asking me, and I just concluded it was weevil.
Actually, it's jealousy. I'm sure the number of people who are jealous about you, about me, about other people, there are so many. And I must admit that I'm not... Once upon a time in my life, I was jealous. Yes. How did I notice this? I had a very, let's say, a close person who had a big function. Let me not say the function because some people can tell. And then I felt, I did not even feel I wish it were me. I felt that ameangukia kitu mzuri. You see? Now her life is gonna change. You see, that's jealousy. Then I became aware. I became aware of the negativity that jealousy brings. You cannot be happy about someone.
Achievements.
Yes.
And then another aspect I've noticed with jealousy people is when you're in a bad situation, they come around you.
Oh my God.
They come around you and they like,
yes,
oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
And
you shouldn't have gone through
and they
this.
feel like they are happy. Another sign is when people are going through problems, you are very excited.
And they are there.
Yeah. To
I'm
make
not
sure you're not rising.
Everyone who is there for you is jealous.
There are these particular people who don't celebrate you when you are succeeding, but they're always there when you're going down.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes we want to call it envy, you know, instead of jealousy.
You want to normalize it.
Yeah, tunasema I envy you, but in the real sense,
it is jealousy. And then maybe another thing is competing. When we are competing, Janet has this, I need to have it.
Actually, I think my source of jealousy, that's almost 12 years ago, was competition. This is a peer, this is someone you've grown up with, this is someone... But you see, you know, you said that how can they accept? It calls for self-awareness, that this is not something I want to carry with me. And I'm telling you, I dealt with it, and God freed me. I'm not a jealous person.
Maybe I want to tell you about competition. Yeah, if I see Janet with this phone, I want it, I go get it. Even sometimes I enter into debts. If I see Janet with a car, I want it.
I want it.
If I see Janet building, I want it.
And sometimes you don't even ask the person, where did you get this nice thing? You immediately go and purchase it.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So unaona hiyo ni wivu. First you tell someone, oh, I like your dress. Where did you get it? If you're not comfortable, you may not say where you got it, but I must first appreciate. Jealousy does not appreciate first. It just goes straight to pick it. Yeah, I have to be like her. And you know, our bodies are different. You know, Vivian, I cannot dress like you because we are different. You know, I can only tell you are smart, but I know
Interesting. And then maybe another thing is criticism. You always are the first one to, I've noticed jealousy. People are very funny. Everything can be okay, and then they pick something that is not okay with you.
Just one thing.
Just one thing. I've noticed
it
that.
is true. Everything, as in, they major on the negative.
They can look at you and you're very beautiful, but they say, hapa kuna uchafu. Yani they always speak on
hata aku iron side ingine, alikazana tu hivi. They major on that.
Yeah.
This wedding was very nice. Anakwambia tu
hata
asemi but the cake, hiyo chakula hiyo wedding ulisikia. But they forget everything else, lakini wana major on hiyo chakula. And maybe chakula ilikuwa tu mbaya kwao. You choose what to focus on. And jealous people focus on the
maybe
negative.
You have a good house, but your table is broken, so they will not say the good house, they'll say about the broken table. Meza imemwaribia. That's interesting.
And then they gossip. Yeah. Jealous people gossip. They gossip because they would want to spread the negativity about a person. If I'm jealous about you, I'll go on and gossip about every time I get a chance. Nitaongea juu niseme Vivian because I'm jealous about you. Yeah, I want people to view you in another way.
Interesting.
And just let me interrupt you again. Another thing that I realized about jealous people, there's something that they admire in you. They don't have, and they can never have. Funny enough, they can never have. So they admire, but it's something not within their reach. It is your strength that is only unique to you.
It's a skill, it's a talent, it is something that is natural in you. You don't struggle to do it. But them, they don't have it, they want to choke.
They want to choke. And if you're not careful as a person, if you're not conscious or self-aware, you won't achieve your whatever God has called you to do.
It can derail you.
It will derail you.
You'll focus on fighting and justifying why you are doing this. There are things that are very natural. Like for you, counseling is natural. It is something that is inborn.
Yeah.
So if I don't have that skill, instead of me supporting you, I want to erode it.
You want to erode it. Or you come up with yourself as a counselor again. And you want to... You know what? I've seen this thing because every time I speak, because you have given me the platform, every time I speak, I notice that I lose more friends. I become Janet alone every time. When I'm on TV, etc.
Really?
Yes. The more I go into my destiny, the more I lose people.
But it's good for you to lose these people
it
early
is very
enough,
okay, yeah.
Because now it is bad again to have many people who are jealous.
Yes.
Because jealousy drains your soul.
It drains your soul.
It makes your mind tired. Every time you hear about the person you eat with, the person you call a friend talking bad about you.
Yeah,
it drains
but the
you.
Good thing is God gives you new people to feel
you pick up now the right people. Wow. Congratulations. I see your career growing. Me, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Now, what maybe another question I may ask just before we end. What are some of the things, the impact of jealousy on a person?
The saddest thing is you lose destiny shapers. If I was jealous about you, I would not be where I am. Because you would even reject me. Your spirit would rebel me, or is it repel?
Repel.
It will repel me. So you lose destiny shapers because people leave you. People leave you little by little. Mpaka unabakia tu peke yako.
You become lonely.
Another thing, you become a bitter person.
Wow.
Bitter. Yani bitter, and bitterness is a vibration. It's some energy that you carry. Sasa hata wewe mwenyewe tuna hiyo bitterness yako, unawezaenda mahali na watu watoke. Si ati because umeambiwa watoke, but
they can't stand
your vibration, your energy. You're emitting negativity. It's an energy. It's an energy. So people would rather other people or not even come there, but avoid you. Yes, because you are. So it carries bitterness, and the consequence of bitterness. Even diseases, even it affects your social life. It causes you diseases, and eventually you shorten your lifespan. Yeah. So the more jealous you are, the less happy you will be, and
the less life you will live.
Of course.
Wow. So there is the issue of bitterness. There is the issue of
you lose destiny shapers.
And maybe another thing, you fight an ending battle.
Oh my God.
Because now everybody...
ending battles with people even you don't know.
No. And then you learn very bad behaviors. Behaviors like you can't be happy for someone.
People.
You can't acknowledge and honor people.
Yeah. Someone has built a new, for example, this beautiful church. Then you're like, ay, sasa kwani hiyo glass itapasuka?
Haitapasuka.
Ama hii ni vitu ya dunia
tutaziacha hapa.
Tutaziacha. Who said that we must suffer because we live them?
And I've seen even wale ukigraduate they're like hiyo ni karatasi tu.
Hiyo ni
and there's labor you've put into
ama anakuambia hiyo ulitumia other means. Si wewe ulipata.
Interesting show we have here. So what are your thoughts as we wind this show on jealousy?
My thoughts are if you are a jealous person, admit to yourself. Let us just agree first that you are jealous. Accept. I know someone who's jealous, anajijua. Si eti ni kitu anajua. Ni vile tu anaogopa kuita hiyo emotion jealousy. Come out of that, accept that you are jealous. Be aware. Build your self-esteem. Build your self-awareness and understand that life is never a competition. It's a journey. My journey, your journey. When we combine, we become strong together. Yeah.
And maybe another thing, it's good for you to appreciate that we are unique. We are unique. I think one of the things jealous people have never understood is that we are very different. Yeah. And God kept us that so that we can blend and not repel. Yeah, and then there are things you cannot change, like where you were born, how you were born,
how you look,
the tribe you were born, your physique. You need to begin to learn to appreciate that. In as much as there are standards the world is putting, try and just love yourself.
Love yourself. Create
and I
your
think
own standards.
another thing about jealous people is that they don't love themselves.
Cindy, you need low self-esteem.
They live outside. They don't live inside themselves.
And they live always in the future. Not even now. Wako tu mbele. You know, because you want. You always want.
I don't know how to end this show. It is interesting. Janet has really opened up our eyes on jealousy.
You see, I've admitted that at some point I was jealous.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
One of the things I thank God about is I have never been jealousy. Okay, I have seen jealousy people around me, but I have never been jealousy. I have never felt like... I like when people progress. I like when doors open. I like when people excel. So I just want to encourage you from this show, from our counselor here. Actually, I'm very proud of you. I'm happy for you. When you send me those platforms, I watch. The one at Cast TV, I really enjoyed.
Thank you.
And I enjoy when I see you going forward, and I'm happy. So it is good for us to appreciate, and it's very rare to find women loving each other.
Yeah, women cheering each other.
Yeah, cheering each other. We tear each other down for no good reason. And we need to build other. Even men, learn to kill that energy. Stand up and talk about it.
Yeah.
When you see your wife, your sister, your workmate who is jealous, try and talk about them. And you know the problem with society, we don't mention this thing boldly. We do it in undertones. It is interesting. This Monday we talk about jealousy. I've spoken to Janet. Janet has spoken to us. She has opened to us. We want to encourage you to remove this negative emotion and energy in you and begin to appreciate who you are and love yourself. It is from us, Vivian and
Janet, JSK.
See you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.